Hello everybody, this is PScat100 here with...
Hello everybody, this is Crystal Master 4 here, and I'm here with Rob to help play this game known as Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
And what did we do last episode?
I don't know, we should probably check the last episode.
In the last episode we went to the Grand Archive and did a whole bunch of puzzles. We also looked at the Grand Grimoire.
We also met Riddell, Mystery, and Dewey.
Nothing suspicious in this room at all.
Yeah, by the way,
I really think the game has no...
Yeah, Rob didn't move the cursor at all, and that's now blue. Ah! What's that?
Oh man, it's a sun and... It's a saw blade and...
It's a saw blade and a bunch of Zelda symbols.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a sun and moon construction. Oh! Doy! So the sage must be...
That's right. The sage of this library refers to the curator. And the sun and moon construction is located right behind our seat. So that's what the sun and moon watching over the sage was referring to.
And when the sun and moon swap places, their true form will be shown? And the door to the past will open, so all we need to do is work out what that means. Probably a puzzle.
Oh man.
But what does it mean by the true form?
Well, if we can interpret it at face value, it would suggest that we are currently seeing the untrue form. Have a look at this. There seems to be a sort of mechanism in place.
Ah, Professor! If you look closely, there seems to be a puzzle hidden. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Professor Layton gave
Here
a
we
puzzle.
go!
What?
It's a sliding puzzle!
Oh, fuck these puzzles.
Oh, alright, we just gotta swap them.
Yeah, just swap the locations, but fuck these puzzles
Yeah,
in general.
seriously. Stop it! I don't know! What do?
I think you're...
I'm doing it backwards, in a sense.
Well...
I'm a master of puzzles.
Yep.
No, we need to get the mun over here. Okay.
We have to get the mun on the other side.
Okay, alright. Almost.
Well,
there it is!
there it is! You nailed it!
Got it!
Puzzle solver of the millennium. Uh-oh.
Fuck. Hold on.
You
Yeah,
got this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Double fuck.
You got this. Oh god.
Nope, it's fine.
There you go.
No,
Rob,
no.
Rob.
No, I got it, it's fine.
Jesus Christ.
109 movements, by the way.
Puzzles are there to be solved.
Okay. Success, but the mystery is solved. Let's go home. We did it.
Well, we're done here. Let's go home.
That's not a door!
I mean, technically it is. Ah, Professor! There's a stairway! Who would have thought there would be anything like this hidden here?
The ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books. I wonder just what we'll find down there.
An entrance to a basement below the Great Archive?
Am I right in thinking that you knew nothing of the stairway's existence?
That's right. As if I, the curator, knew nothing of it, and surely no one else could. It's hard to believe secrets such as this could have been hidden here all this time.
I like to think that she's just walking one day and the stairs open up and she's just... Ah! Nope, no, nothing of it.
Okay. Who could have possibly left such a message?
Might be wise not to let anyone see what has been revealed here.
Meanwhile, Dewey is still fucking in the building.
Gotta kill Dewey now.
Yep.
Wait, what?
No one will miss him. I agree. I'll be on the track as soon as I have asked the other visitors to leave the building. After you've opened the...
I'll be back, not on the track.
No one will remember that this is existing.
I'll be back, not on the track. You said I'll be on the track as soon as I... etc, etc, and so forth.
No, I mean, like... well, that's probably the mini speech jammer that I have in my ears.
Well then, are you both ready?
You betcha! Let's go, Professor. You too, Isabella. Okay then, Luke.
Great Archive Cellar! That's not how you move. Whoa!
Man, I love when I accidentally move except going into my bag instead.
This place...
It's a very common issue.
This place appears to be some sort of historic site.
It's amazing to think like a place like this could exist under the library. I wonder what it dates from. Ah, that mural. Can't be.
It just zooms in and... okay. It just zooms in and the Cadus face comes into view.
I was gonna say, like, you just see the Cadus face etched into the corner there. It just slowly zooms in.
We need to get a closer look to make sure this is possible. What do you have to say about this mystery? That's not a wall painting.
This wall painting's a bit scary, isn't it? A monster attacking a burning town?
There's also a woman hurling fire. Suppose she must be a witch?
That woman is the Great Witch.
Miss Mystery?
It certainly doesn't bode well. Painting of the Great Witch here.
Do you know anything about the witch in this painting?
You don't know of the Great Witch? But how can that be possible for a man of your learning?
Well, that's...
Never mind. I'm sure you must have your reasons. I don't wish to pry.
Good. I appreciate that. Yeah. Would you mind perhaps telling us more about this witch? This bitch?
The woman in this painting is the Great Witch Bezella.
Is the great bitch Jennessifer?
Yes! The Great Bitch Jennessifer. You but wouldn't she just be punching the people to death and not spreading fire
Who
everywhere?
says she's the one spreading the fire?
Hmm. Oh, you know what? I fucking headcanon this. The reason that it shows the fire is because people mistook fucking Cadis for Bezella or Jennessifer, so people just kind of combined the two. But really, it's just both of them doing different kinds of damage.
Or it's the case where there's a perspective issue, and Cadis is like right behind Jennessifer, and he's shooting the fire. He's shooting the fire, but it looks like it's coming from Jennessifer because she's punching, and it seems like the fire is coming out of her fists.
PJ, get on that and tell us if that's true or not.
You know he's gonna say it's not canon.
I know, but
I mean, Dinky and Jennessifer are married now, so
well,
that is canon.
I mean, Dinky doesn't have wife. He doesn't have child.
No, he has wife. He and Jennessifer are canonically married. I asked that in his Fallout stream, and he said, "You know what? Yeah, sure, fuck it."
Really?
Yeah.
God damn it.
The child is not canon, though.
Of course.
Anyway, we got way off track.
Yeah, really. Headcanons of group OCs. Anyway, this painting depicts the infamous legendary fire that she caused.
The legendary fire? Oh god, no!
She is the witch in charge of all witches, whose very existence poses the great threat known to the Labyrinthia. The great witch Bezella cannot be considered the same as the other witches. She is the root of all Labyrinthia's woes.
The great witch Bezella. What do you mean by the root of all Labyrinthia's woes?
The reason for all Labyrinthia's suffering at the hands of witches lies in the very existence of the great witch Bezella.
Would you mind elaborating?
The great witch Bezella is the source of all other witches. That's exactly what you said earlier. That's not elaborating. That's repeating what you said.
Remember, the audience is stupid.
As long as she exists, there will be no end to other witches. While the great witch Bezella is with us, the townspeople forever live in fear under the shadow of the witches. So you mean that if there were no great witch, there would be peace? No great witch? That's easy enough to say. But while all the knights have been searching for Bezella, nobody has ever been able to find her. There are very few clues, and no one has ever seen her in person. Nevertheless, the great witch Bezella is undoubtedly present in Labyrinthia.
How can you be so sure?
Because her deep claw marks can still be seen throughout the town. Claw marks? You must all have seen them too. The traces of that fire when you entered this library.
Ah, yes. There was a part of this building that had suffered noticeable damage.
Bezella is a fearful witch who has all other witches doing her bidding. Long ago, this town was reduced to ashes as a result of her fiery magic. Reduced to ashes? That must have been, let me see, 100 or so years ago? It was on the evening of the Fire Festival, held every year in honor of the Great Witch Bezella. The Great Witch's fury was unleashed without warning as the entire town burned.
That's terrible.
That was the legendary fire. Every person in this town knows about it.
The legendary fire?
I just said that, yes. The rebuilding of the town was a long and arduous process. And all the while, Bezella must have been watching and laughing from the shadows. That's awful! Even now, the legend of long ago continues to cause real suffering amongst the townsfolk. To think that a painting of that fearful witch could be right here in the basement of my beloved library. What is it doing here, of all places?
This is some horseshit.
Don't interrupt me while I'm speaking. There's nothing for it. I'll just have to have this room sealed shut. Please, let's keep the existence of this room strictly between ourselves. For the good of the people. As for me, I shall do my best to forget all about this hidden room. I'm afraid I'd rather not remain in here a minute longer. It's time I started closing up the library for the day. I can't help but feel that we've done something wrong.
Luke, do you recall the words towards the end of that message?
You mean until the end I will wait?
That's right. When we opened this door, or rather, when we were guided towards opening this door, I could sense somehow someone else's will at work. It's almost as if following Carmine and coming to this library had all been planned out in advance.
Surely you don't mean that we're beckoned here by the Great Witch Bezella? Bezella.
Huh? Is something the matter? Are you feeling all right, Espella?
Yes, I'm fine, really. Espella? Yes? What is it? It's just that, well, you've been so quiet. Oh, it's nothing. It's just that this room, it's a little chilly, don't you think? The atmosphere is a bit sinister, not to mention that scary picture. Maybe it's about time we made a move from here?
Yes, indeed.
There's words at the end of the message. I will wait. What if we weren't meant to be the ones being called here?
Da da da!
Oh my god, now we have the Great Fire as a mystery, and oh my god, Carmine has been updated.
Alright, time to read the brown one.
Damn it.
The underground mural. Hidden beneath the Great Archive were the ancient remains in which was enshrined an ominous wall painting depicting the town being consumed by fire. When was this painting created and by whom?
Was it by chance that we found this wall painting, or were we in fact led to it by someone? And that has been solved.
Yep.
Oh, okay. No, this is different. All right.
Carmen had been visiting the Great Archive to investigate one of Labyrinthia's secrets. That secret being that the ancient remains found hidden in a room beneath the library.
Who would have thought that the secret Carmine was after was the mural of the Great Witch Bezella under the library?
Phew! It's much more relaxing here, isn't it? It felt so intense and claustrophobic down there. Yes, it certainly did. Today has been full of surprises. Not only did I meet up with you two again, but we also found that mural in the library. It seems that this town really does hold a mysterious secret, doesn't it? What shall we do now?
I'd certainly like to learn more about this magic. We've been in here for quite some time. It must be getting late. It's probably best if we wind up our investigation for today and take a rest. We must both be feeling tired.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I'd be happy to do a little more investigating with you two. But I have an errand to run before it gets too late. I'm still up for investigating further. Whatever the puzzle, I'm ready to solve it.
I don't know, I'm kind of ready to move on to the next chapter.
Of course you are. Or stomachs. Luke, I could hear your tummy rumbling from here just now. Well, I can't pretend I'm not a little hungry. If you haven't arranged an accommodation yet, why don't you both stay at the bakery? There's a room free, so I'm sure it'd be all right. And Miss Eclair would love to have you. What do you say?
Well, if you put it like that, we'd be delighted to stay. Thank you, Espella.
And there's all that delicious bread too. I'm looking forward to it already. Professor Layton, do you have to be going?
Yes, sorry for the trouble we put you to.
Not at all. Although I still can't get used to there being a secret room under the library. It's been a while since I last met someone capable of solving my puzzles. Again, the town is just full of assholes. I mean, at both.
Yeah, idiots. I think that's what you meant to say.
Mm-hmm. As I promised, you have my permission to borrow the Grand Grimoire. If you have any need for it in the future, please do drop by and let me know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mystery. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, there's just one more thing. I have all of Labyrinthia's puzzles stored in here in this library. As you continue with your investigations here in Labyrinthia, there will likely be puzzles that you cannot solve or which you do not find. Such puzzles will come to me. Ah, right. So if you have any fucking missable puzzles, you go to her and you can actually play them.
Except that they are only accessed. This is important. They are only accessible after a chapter is done. All of the missing puzzles will be revealed at the end of the chapter and will be playable in the library, but from there on out.
Will they be revealed at the end of the chapter? I thought you just go to her after you beat the chapter and she'll tell you the puzzles that you missed.
Well, that's what I mean. But no, actually, after a chapter is done, there will be a screen which will show you which puzzles you missed.
Anytime you wish to solve such puzzles, just visit me and I will show them to you.
Puzzles that we cannot solve or do not find, you say? Very well. Then I look forward to seeing you again. I will never see you again.
Hopefully, one day. You'll visit me, right? Please? I'm lonely here.
All I have is Dewey.
Yeah, all I have is Dewey. Please take care. Please take care on your way home. It's already become dark out there. And if I remember rightly, the storyteller's latest story did mention the evening.
You take care too. Until we meet again, Miss Mystery. Goodbye. Oh, the nighttime music.
It's really good.
Oh, I love this music.
Oh, it's already dark out here. Didn't realize we were there so long.
Looks as if it must have been raining up until the moment ago. The ground is still wet.
Yes, and that reminds me of what Miss Eclair said before we left. She said you might want to hurry. It looks like it might rain any time. Let's get a move on. You too, Espella. Hey, where is she?
Where'd the music go? That's strange. She's not here.
I wonder where she could have gone.
Perhaps she's still in the Great Archive.
Hi, Dewey.
Hi, Dewey. Slowly does it, step by step. Oh, I'm slowly slipping into an ice cream. Hold on.
As you should.
Are you just here? Can you let me through? Do you have to look up?
You realized it was a better voice! Hello, Dewey. Have you seen the speller?
If you look for a speller, she left her while you were still talking to Miss Mystery.
I wonder why.
She said something about having to buy some milk, even though it's still raining. Ah, yes, I do remember Mr. Clare was asking her to get some milk from the bakery.
For the bakery.
For the bakery.
It was raining, you said?
Yes, it started raining about the time you all went down into the library basement. These fellas just left us now. It did look as if the rain was about to stop. Oh yes, she left a message for you. She says to go back with Eddie.
But she didn't have to go alone, especially in the dark.
I'm sure she'll be fine. It's only milk she needs, that she can get it to make it. It's not fair, she should be back soon. If anything, I'd be more worried about you two being the one in danger. You know, in the story, it said there are 2 companions. For fuck's sake. If you weekend finished, at least you go home, don't we get caught up in anything. Luke, why don't we head back to the bakery and wait for a speller there?
I suppose so. I guess she'll be alright. Right?
Right? Alright,
Guys?
let's head back to the bakery.
Professor, I smell freshly. I smell freshly baked bread. I wonder if that could be Mr. Clare's work. Let's go inside.
Yes, we could. Although we could also take a walk around the town at night. If there's nothing else you'd particularly like to see, perhaps we should head back in. So that's basically your warning. Once you go back, you're locked in. I would love to sit here and just listen to the music for a bit, but I feel like it would be beneficial to finish up the chapter in this episode. So, I'll listen to it on my own time. It's really good music though. Especially with the sight
sure
at night.
People could be able to find it online anyway.
And the sights at night, it's amazing.
It's really good. And I also know for a fact that there's a couple YouTube channels that have like 30-minute remix or 30-minute extended versions of all the songs in this game.
Oh, fantastic.
I know I was able to find some certain songs due to those channels, so they do exist.
Alright, let's head back in. Whoa!
Yeah, hello, welcome back. I prepared the evening meal already. Wow, it looks great.
Hang on, where's the speller? I'm afraid we were separated when she went to get that milk. Has she not come back yet?
Oh dear, maybe I was asking too much of her.
My apologies, I should have stopped her had I had the chance.
It's nothing you need to worry about, Mr. Layton, don't you know? That little girl knows her way around. I'm sure she will get back soon. Let's go ahead and eat while we're waiting for her. Because that's the most not rude thing to do.
I love it when we all get to eat together. Meals are so much more enjoyable that way.
I've never had bread and jam that tasted this good before. I hope Espella gets back soon.
Oh yeah, you guys went out to the Great Archive with her, didn't you?
Did you find what you were looking for?
Well, it's a bit of a mystery, really.
Huh? What do you mean?
In truth, we went there to investigate the mystery that is Labyrinthia. However, what we found instead was quite the puzzle.
Alright, the puzzle, huh?
You know, I get the impression puzzles are pretty popular in this town.
Really?
Do you not know what a puzzle is, Nick? Not that I exactly know, like, myself.
Well, we spend all our time baking. It's not really the kind of thing we're supposed to know about, I guess.
Indeed, it appears the two of you are a little unsure about the concept of puzzles.
Which is hilarious, given the fact that they're Phoenix and Maya.
Yeah. Say, Mr. Layton, do you think you could give us a little Puzzles 101 crash course? I'm kind of curious. It would be my pleasure, Miss Faye, but rather than explaining it in words,
We're just gonna give you a puzzle.
I believe actually trying your hand at a puzzle would be far more rewarding. Here, I'll give you both a simple example just to think about, since I am the master. Now then, we have two long loaves of bread placed side by side. You'll notice that they form the number 11. Do you see what I mean? Oh yeah, I get it. So that's what a puzzle is. Not quite, Miss Faye. The puzzle is what follows next. What I'd like you to try is, I'd like you to see if you can change this into a number lower than 11.
Number lower? So how about if I take one of the loaves?
However, the one condition is that you must add another loaf of the exact same type. You need to add another loaf? Even if we add a loaf, the number has to be lower. I think I'm beginning to see what you mean by puzzle.
I can already see what you can make out of that.
Oh, I can too.
Wait, I think I've got it. I may just be a baker, but I bet I have the right answer. If I place the extra loaf sideways like this, then 1 minus 1 equals 0.
Oh, give me a break, Nick. That's totally the letter H. We're trying to solve a puzzle here, not wouldn't a spelling bee.
Oh, come on. I can't be the only one who sees 1 minus 1, right? Right?
Turning it into a matter of arithmetic is certainly an interesting approach.
You, think so?
Oh, certainly. That's precisely the kind of flexible thinking needed for solving puzzles. Now, let's think again. Take a seat and leave this to a pro, Nick. How about this? You just take this new loaf and ta-da! Now that's 1 minus 1. Sorry, Maya, it has to be the exact same type.
Yeah, you just made it less. Hey, eating is cheating!
Really? It feels like more like murder to me. You're full of surprises, Miss Faye. I didn't expect that kind of an innovation.
You're also very full of food in your mouth.
I solved the puzzle and brought the bread. Win-win, baby.
No. But didn't Mr. Layton tell us at the start that we needed to add another loaf of the exact same type?
Huh? Seriously? That's right. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I can't accept this as a solution to the puzzle. Well, alright, but is there really another better solution?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think? Can either of you think of a different solution?
I'm drawing a blank. Guess this kind of thing isn't for me. Keep trying, Phoenix!
You both came up with such creative answers. I'm sure you'll be solving puzzles in no time. But now, it's time for the solution. The important thing in this puzzle solution is the angle of the loaf that is added. If the new loaf is placed upright like so, oh, I get it. It's the number 1.1, right? That's not what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking of making the number 1.
Oh.
What were you thinking?
4!
Oh. You know what? Yeah. 4! I expect you to put Kukui there.
I'm just gonna put Kukui's hand.
Good. Hey, that's right. That's a lot lower than 11.
Exactly. When solving puzzles, there's never just one correct method. But in this game, there's only one correct answer. Except in this game, where there is only one correct answer.
Yeah, really? I mean, there are some puzzles where there's multiple solutions.
Yeah, I guess. It's essential to think flexibly and try many means to solve it. Sometimes critical thinking is the key to success.
Alright, I see what you mean. These puzzles are really something else. Also, I think Layton really specifically means that there's multiple ways to get to the same solution.
Yeah, I know. Well, if I see another puzzle like this, I'd still rather eat my way to the solution.
Yep, that's our Maya.
That's Maya. At least it's not burgers.
Well, I mean, it's food.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I'm cut out for brain-busting bread puzzles like this. I'll stick with good old regular bread, thanks.
That's because we're ace bakers. I guess we're better suited to using our hands than our heads.
Phoenix Wright, ace baking.
Is that so? In truth, I can't help but feel you're both a little out of place as bakers, if you pardon my saying so.
Oh, what makes you say that, Layton?
Naturally, I won't force puzzles upon you, but if either of you should be interested, I would heartily recommend giving puzzle solving a try.
Professor, right now there's something else we all need to try. Miss Leclerc's freshly baked bread is getting cold. And I'm sure it tastes a lot better hot.
Oh dear, so it is. You know how I get when it comes to puzzles.
Puzzles.
Ooh.
Hello! Well, young man, I must say it's a pleasure to have someone show such appreciation for my baking. When it comes to your bread, Miss Leclerc, there's no limit to how much I can eat.
Warning, 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 get the fuck out of there. Warning, warning.
You done fucked up, Luke. Luke!
You shouldn't have said that.
My, aren't you a darling? Well, in that case, I suppose I'll just have to bring out my special reserve. Hold on a moment, I'll go fetch it. Right, I think it's time I started preparing tomorrow's bread.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm sure it must be that time already. Layton, you want to run too?
Well,
bye, Luke.
On your own.
Bye, Luke.
Professor, what was that all about?
I'm not entirely sure, but I do seem struck by a sudden sense of impending doom.
Good. Sorry to have kept you waiting. Here you go, have at it. But be warned, I won't take kindly to any leftovers. Whoa! This loaf! Wait, where did those two go? Miss Maya! Mr. Wright!
Luke, it appears that we have been left to tackle this particular task alone. You shouldn't have opened your big mouth.
But I was hungry!
Well, you're not going to be hungry after this.
Ew, I'm stuffed.
I believe this must be the most bread I've ever eaten in my life.
Wait a sec. I just realized we finished eating, but Aspella's isn't back yet.
We finished eating, but it's morning already.
It's already like 2 days from now.
Aspella's probably dead.
Probably.
She went to the market, didn't she? Perhaps we ought to go and...
Oh my, customers at this late hour. I'm sorry, but we're closed.
We're not your damn customers. That's him! The man over there!
So he's the one, is he? Just a minute, eh? What do you think you're doing barging in here like this, don't you know? Stand aside, madam. This is a matter of urgency. What are you doing? You there, porcupine head. You're coming with us. Huh? Porcupine head? You don't mean me, do you? Who else in this room fits that description?
Not me, I have a top hat. Layton just shakes his head, like, not me.
Not me.
Certainly you would appear to be alone on that particular front.
I love Layton's, like, posh sass that he has. I wish I had a top hat right about now.
I'm sorry, but this top hat would not cover that hair. Also,
this is my own top hat.
Also, I just realized that I remember that one of the soldiers or both of the soldiers had the mirth voice.
They had a deeper mirth voice.
No,
yes.
one of them had a regular mirth voice, one of them had a deeper one. I think. It's either that or you use your voice modulator to...
No, you did the regular mirth voice, and then I told you to make it a deeper mirth voice.
Yeah, that was,
these are
that was one of them, but for both of them?
I mean, sure.
Or did you use your...
They're the same.
I thought I remembered you using your voice modulator to make it sound like one of them was talking in a helmet.
Did I?
I don't... you know, I haven't edited that yet, so I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll just do it like this.
That's
Enough
fine.
of your idle chit-chat. Time to get going. Huh? What do you mean? Well, it should be quite obvious. You're coming to the court, of course. The court? What? Mr. Wright, what did you do?
Nick, what did you do now? Yeah, what I said.
Almost like you plays a Phoenix Wright game in your life, Rob. I didn't do anything. The only thing that could accuse me of making bread is that it's too good to eat.
Actually, your bread is kind of shit. He's blacking out!
Oh, God.
Phoenix, no! Stay with us!
This man is not the one who's on trial.
In that case, why is Mr. Wright being made to go to the court?
That's simple. Because the girl has requested him, of course. Girl? What girl? Naturally, the girl facing trial for this evening's crime. That heinous witch is Mrs. Spellacatabella, no less.
It says late.
Doesn't look like he's like, I see through your bullshit, like kind of face.
It looks like he's asleep. It's just...
It looks like he just doesn't want to deal with Spella right now.
Spella. Again? Seriously. And Phoenix is like...
There always has to be a female companion that gets kidnapped and or sent to court on the very first or second trial.
Isn't that right, Maya? Excuse me.
Right, Maya?
To be continued.
Stop!
Well,
Yeah, by the way. Oh, wait, there was one still for Barton? I
apparently.
didn't miss that one.
Yeah. Alright, I think this is a good place to end off.
Uh-huh.
So, in the next episode of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
We're gonna actually do the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney section.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Wait, hang on. Oh my god!
See you guys later.